Discipline or disappointment? It's your choice. Welcome to the Hopefulist with me, Wendy McClure. This is where we turn those nasty, negative thoughts into positive and work toward a happy, fulfilled life. Now, let's get started. Hello and welcome to the Hopefulist. Thank you so much for joining me today, starting out with the quote of the day. When something seems so big, so magnificent, so out of reach, it requires you to believe it's possible before you've got any proof that you could ever pull it off. In fact, it usually requires you to ignore a lifetime of proof that you probably can't pull it off. But indeed you can. Yes, you can. And we will prove that today when we talk about discipline. Because in all of my goings on and tackling goals and trying to achieve, I have come to realize you either become disciplined or you face disappointment. It's one or the other. And it's almost always the case. So we either work on our discipline or we learn to live with disappointment. Now, when it's put to you like that, which are you going to choose? No, you're not going to choose disappointment. No, we're going to get disciplined. We're going to figure out how to do it, and we're going to work it, literally. So I'm going to be talking mostly about my weight loss journey for the past year to demonstrate this. Now, this goes for any area of your life. It just seems that the whole example of losing weight, getting in shape, what have you, seems to be such a relatable discipline topic. Now, it's one of those words we hate. We hate to consider it. It means doing what we say we're going to do. It means being committed to a cause or action. It means doing the work. It puts pressure on us. It makes us nervous just thinking about it. Oh, discipline. Oh, that's a terrible word. But if we could put it in the context of either or, it may help kick our own butt in gear. When it comes to being disciplined, we will see the fruits of our labor, or we will be left disappointed. I've been committed to losing weight and getting in shape since the beginning of the year. I've been working out consistently and doing intermittent fasting. I've lost 20 pounds and can definitely see a difference. I'm not going to lie to you. It's hard. There are times I want to throw in the towel. In fact, there are times I throw in the towel. But I've been getting right back on track because I have a goal. I want to look good in a bathing suit this year. I not only want to look good, but I want to wear a two-piece. And I know how I want to look in it. So when I fall off my plan, I remind myself of my goal, and it helps me to get back on track. The intermittent fasting hasn't been too hard since I'm totally committed to my cause, and I basically never leave the house. But it did sneak up on me the other day when I went to pick up a few things at Target. Our store has a Starbucks, and I don't get there very often. My first thought was, ooh, let me grab a fancy coffee. But my eating window had already closed for the day, which means nothing but water and black coffee. It was disappointing. It would have been really nice to treat myself to a nice little coffee drink. And I just don't like black coffee from Starbucks. I might as well just have one at home. I'm not going to pay $4 for a black coffee from Starbucks. They're way too strong for me. But what I did think about is how nice it will be when I look fantastic in my bathing suit this summer. So I held off. And honestly, when it comes to intermittent fasting, nothing is off the table. If I really want, I can go to Starbucks when my eating window opens and get whatever I want. Within reason, of course. Discipline can be really hard, but it's usually always worth it. It's even harder to consistently talk myself into doing my workouts when scheduled, because this latest workout from my trainer, challenging. That's the word she used. I was like, challenging? That's more than challenging. It's really challenging. And I typically end the workout drenched in sweat and breathing so hard, I think that I just might die. But this is what I tell myself during the half-hour workout, because it really only comes out to about a half hour. It's a half hour. A half hour of really hard work, and then I'm done. I'm done. Not only have I finished my workout, but I've kept my word to myself, and I'm getting all of the benefits of that workout. It took me a while to realize that I was actually torturing myself every time I didn't do my workout as planned, because I would keep telling myself that I would do it, but as the morning went on, I would find more and more excuses to put it off. Eventually, I would just put it out of my mind altogether, not do it, and then it would affect my schedule for the rest of the week, not to mention the fact that I let myself down again. I know if I continually let myself down, I will get used to it and not even think about it anymore. You know how that goes. Eventually, you stop even saying on Monday, that's when I'm going to get my workout in, so you no longer feel bad about it. But that isn't how I want to live my life. We never get anywhere if we don't require more of ourselves. We end up with disappointment. Disappointment in ourselves, in how we look and feel, and how we show up in this world, and in what we want in this life. So if you need to Mel Robbins yourself, 5-second rule, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, get up and do it right now. Well, finish the podcast first. We all joke about how the diet starts Monday, and some people do this starting Monday afternoon. If you truly don't care about how you look and feel, then that is fine. But I rarely find that to be the case. We are all about instant gratification and feeling good in the moment. Discipline requires us to believe that our reward is coming if we follow through. It goes back to the quote of the day. Being disciplined is hard. Make no mistake about it. It takes commitment and a lot of self-talk, convincing yourself to do what you say you will. Being disciplined means you don't always have to rely on motivation to get what you should be doing. Discipline means it becomes a habit, and it eventually becomes part of your routine, and therefore it's easier to implement daily. So how do we start doing that? Well, we start small. I'm reading a book called How to Do the Work. It's by the Holistic Psychologist. You've heard me mention her before. I love her. Follow her on Instagram. She is a gem. Now, she talks in her book about working with a patient that was having a problem with discipline. And the patient committed to drinking 1 full glass of water first thing in the morning, even before her coffee, every day. And she did this every day, a small thing. Drink 1 full glass of water before anything else first thing in the morning. Seems pretty reasonable, seems pretty easy, seems something you can tackle, right? Still so good for you. It's a healthy choice. And once she conquered this, once she went a couple of weeks and realized she was doing it, she proved to herself that she could set a goal and achieve it. And then you work up from there. It gave her the confidence to set another goal and achieve that goal as well. Once you prove to yourself that you can do what you say you're going to do, you believe in yourself. And there's no better feeling than that. So start out small, something that you know you can accomplish, and build from there. Because confidence is key. Now, when I'm working out and I'm sweating and feeling like I'm about to die, now make sure you're not overdoing it. If you're older like me, you do have to consider your heart and don't do more than you think it can handle. I have a habit of pushing myself. Sometimes I think that's good. Sometimes it might not be so good. But I tell myself to keep going, and it will all be over soon. It's literally mere minutes in a day of 24 hours. And if I don't do it, I will feel the disappointment of that inaction. Disappointment in myself for not keeping my word, for not requiring more of myself, for not getting the benefits of the workout that will help me look awesome this summer, and maybe even having to get a bigger suit than I wore last year if I don't become more disciplined. This is what keeps me going. The thought of that first gorgeous day, which is going to be this week, when I can bring out the shorts from last year, and then none of them fit. Disappointment. Since they don't fit, then I need to go shopping and spend money on clothes I don't really want to buy since they are a bigger size. If you try to frame it in an either or situation, it may help you stay committed better, longer, for the long haul. I can be disciplined or I can be disappointed. Say it with me. Discipline or disappointed. Or, of course, you can give up altogether, but that ultimately leads to disappointment as well. As I mentioned, this goes for any area of your life, anything that you're trying to improve. We all relate to weight issues a little easier, but apply this to anything in your life. There is no way around it if you want a better life. You need to be disciplined or face disappointment. Don't let yourself down. You can do whatever you set your mind to. And if you need a cheerleader, let me know. I'll be happy to be your accountability partner. Oh, if you like today's episode, please leave a review. Tell your friends. Share a screenshot of today's social media post. I will be your best friend. And I am offering one-on-one mentoring. If you want to up your discipline game, I can whip you into shape almost literally. So it's a Monday. It's a brand new week full of possibilities and opportunities. Now go make amazing things happen. And of course, be badass. You know I'm here cheering you on. Thank you for listening to The Hopefulist. Now, don't you feel good? Make sure you come back next week. See you then.